Right, so today we're assembling T9 truck. I'm going to start with the middle part of the truck. It has some parts inside, has a windshield. It has a one block assembly here that will get the two block here that will have front assembled to it. And there's going to be a back that will assemble in the back as well. So this is going to be our final truck. But like I said, we'll start with the passenger section in the middle. We'll insert that shape in the middle and then add the windshield. Okay, so let's start with saving a new file. So I have untitled file right now. I'm going to hit save and I'm going to name it T9 assembly. Okay. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take the passenger section and bring it inside of the assembly. It's okay where it's located. I'm going to right click on it and ground it. That's going to be my main piece. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put it inside the passenger base. Okay, so passenger base, bring it in. I'm going to move it out just a little bit so it's easier to work with. Okay, I'm going to take joint constraint. It's going to be rigid. I'm going to take front panel and this bottom point here. And I'm going to attach it to this front wall inside, also to the bottom point. Okay. All right, so that's inside. Next thing we're going to do, I'm going to bring in the windshield right here. And I'm going to rotate it around 180 degrees again, so it's easier to work with, and move it up a little bit again. Hit OK. Next thing I'm going to do again, joint constraint, and I'm going to do rigid again. So front of this panel here, and I'm going to go and attach it to the front of this panel here. As you guys can see, it kind of sticks up a little bit. So I'm going to move it down a bit. So it looks like it's too little. So let's try maybe 13. Oh, looks like it's pretty flush. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. Right, so this done for now. Next thing we have to do is add one connector, one block socket up front. So I'm going to take this, bring it inside. I'm going to have to rotate it a little bit. So let's go this way 90 degrees and move it out this way too. So it's easier to work with. Okay, I'm going to take assemble, take the middle of this back panel here and attach it to the middle of that panel in there. So that's in. The back of it, as I showed you guys, had the 2 block socket here. So I need to bring in the 2 block socket now. Right here, bring this in. Again, I'm gonna move it out so it's easier to work with and rotate it 90 degrees so it's easier to grab. Okay, I'm gonna take this, again, back middle of the back panel here and turn it around and put it in the middle of the opening there. Hit OK. So our passenger section is fully done right now. Let's bring the front next. So I'm going to take the front of the car, bring it here. Again, it's kind of not where it's supposed to be, so I'll move it up here and hit OK. So if I pop up this front, you guys will see that the front has the 2 block socket in here. I'm going to bring 2 block socket, move it where it's supposed to be, rotate it around this way, 90 degrees again. And I'm going to attach here, middle of this panel, into the back panel here. Okay. And to attach those 2 pieces together, there is a connector block that connects from one side and the other side. So if I put it on here and attach it to here, the front and back connects together. So I'm going to bring in next the connector block right here. Bring this in. Move it out where it's supposed to go, 90 degrees rotation. Okay, so I'm going to attach this block, rigid constraint, the middle of this to the middle of this, and it moves in. Okay, and next thing to do is attach the front to the back. Okay, so assemble, and I'm just going to use attach wood to wood so there is less interference. So this piece here, will attach to this piece here, and I'm going to hit OK. Right? So this is done. Now we have to do the back. All right, so with the back, we're going to bring in the bed of the truck. Bring it here. Move it out so we have some space to work with. Again, if you look at the back of the truck has the one connector socket. So we're going to bring one connector, one block socket right here, and move it out. Rotate it around 90 degrees again. Move it a little bit closer there. And next we will need a connector again to connect the pieces together. Okay, so move it up, rotate it 90 degrees again. The system is the same as we did up front, so I'm going to pause this video and let you do this yourself, okay? All right, so hopefully yours is right now in a same state as mine, and it's our turn right now to attach the wheels. We already did the T9 wheel sub-assembly. If you have not done this yet, go and watch the video. And I'm going to bring in the sub-assembly in here. So it's a smaller assembly that goes into the bigger assembly. And I'm going to need 4 of those. I'm just going to demonstrate one, and you guys can do the rest of it yourself. So I'm going to bring it in, move it where it's supposed to go. I'm going to rigidly attach it because the wheel already rotating. So attach, and the outside of this wheel right here is going to attach to the outside of this axle right here, axle opening. Right, so about right here. Axle moves in, I'm going to hit OK. And if I turn it around, you can see that the wheel rotates around the axis. Okay, so go ahead and do the rest of the 3 wheels by yourself. Okay, so hopefully yours looks as good as mine, and you guys have the rotating wheels. I don't like how those joint constraints are showing, so I'm going to go to display settings right here, object visibility, and I'm going to uncheck the joints. All right, so your assembly is done.